I just moved to Tacoma, Washington. Today was my first day of classes at Pacific Lutheran University. It's awesome. I'm so excited. I transferred here and joined the football team. I play quarterback. And it's a small D3 school, but I don't really care. I'm happy to be playing football again. And I will say I did consider bigger schools. I talked to some coaches at D1 schools, D1 AA schools, D2 schools. They were all strictly walk-on opportunities. And every school I considered was a team with a great head coach that had a good culture in place. The two problems I found with bigger schools was, one, they told me you're going to be like 8th string quarterback. We're going to bury you on the roster. You'll be like the scout team quarterback, and you'll probably never have a chance to play. And that was okay. I was kind of still interested because, the thought of saying my senior year when we played Michigan, it sounded like, hey, I'll be a backup at a school like that and play against big teams. But ultimately, the problem was they said you can't do your podcast anymore. We're not really comfortable with you doing strong opinion sports and playing football here. And so that's why PLU is a perfect fit for me. I love my head coach. He's a great guy. He's a good man with a good culture in place. I get to keep doing strong opinion sports, and I get a chance to play. The starting quarterback job is open, and I get a chance to go and try to earn the job. I want to be very clear, though. It's important to me to be around good people. I love my head coach. I may never play. I'm prepared to never, ever be the starting quarterback here. It's very possible that I don't earn the job and I'm not good enough. And I'm okay with that. I want to just have fun with this. I want to be around good people. I learned a lot watching Jalen Hurts, the quarterback at Alabama the last couple of years. Jalen Hurts lost his starting quarterback job. He was the backup. And he had fun with it. He enjoyed being on the roster. He was really nice and supported the starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. And he was there when his team needed him. He was ready to go and helped his team in any way he could. I find that incredibly inspiring. If I'm a Jalen Hurts at this program, that's cool with me. I get to still have fun. I get to practice. I get to watch film. But don't get me wrong. I'm going to work my ass off and try to do everything I can to become the starting quarterback. I will say, this is really important. You got to listen really closely to this. Here is how me playing college football again is going to impact strong opinion sports. Listen very, very closely to what I'm going to say next. Listen close. A few months from now, during spring ball, Strong Opinion Sports is going to take a 3-week break. During spring ball, I will not do any podcasts at all. 3-week break. A 3-week break. It's not too bad. Then in the summer, I'll pick up shows again. We'll keep doing shows all through the summer. And my last show in summer, around the end of August, I'll do my NFL predictions and preview podcast. I'll put that out. And then I will leave home and go to fall camp. And during fall camp, during my regular season, I will not do any podcasts. I'm going to take a complete break, won't make any videos. I'm going to focus on football. And what that means, I'm going to miss the first 10 weeks of the NFL season. But I'll be right back at Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is when our season usually ends. And I'll be able to pick up the podcast 10 weeks into the NFL season, talk about my predictions, where I was wrong, where I was right. At Thanksgiving, we'll pick right back up. So the truth is, playing college football is really going to have a minimal impact on Strong Opinion Sports. I get to do the show all summer. I can do the show all spring leading up to spring ball, take a break for spring ball, and take a break for my regular season. It's not that bad. I'm really excited to do both, my podcast and play college football. And the truth is, man, I'm so excited. It's been a long journey to get here, and I'm so pumped. I get to play football again, to practice. I am so excited to go to practice again. And there was a point in my life where I was burned out, and practice didn't sound fun. I played college football for a year, years ago. I was a dumb, immature 18-year-old kid. And then, my brother died, and that changed my whole life. I mean, it's been a long, long journey to get here. But I turn 22 next month. And my fear was that when I turn 50, I don't want to look back on my life and have regret. And playing college football again is something I desperately want to do. Football is my favorite thing in the entire world. And so I called up a bunch of coaches and made it happen. And Pacific Lutheran is a perfect fit for me. I'm really excited. I get to play football again. I love my head coach. He's a great guy. He's a good man. I get to do my podcast. It's only 2 hours from my hometown. Oh, and by the way, they do have my major. Although, let's be honest, I'm here to play football personally. But I love the direction my life is heading. I love the support everyone's given me online. And I'm just going to have fun with this and enjoy the adventure. So thank you so much. And, I'm going to have fun playing college football. Oh, I hate doing this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I really don't like self-promotion. It makes me feel like a used car salesman, but I got to do it. So if you don't know, this is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my favorite thing in the world. And you can subscribe on iTunes, SoundCloud. You can find it on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube. You can also find shorter breakout clips like the one you just watched. Please do me a favor. If you like anything I had to say, maybe you hate me and you're mad about something, share this podcast with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to do. Help me grow by telling your friends about this show.